I have got nothing motivational to say this morning whatsoever. I'm actually pressed for time. I started this run before 4 AM, right? And when I get back, I'll have less than an hour to get ready and get out for work. But that's just because of the distance I'm running before work. Start just before 6, finish about 2:30. But work want me to stay behind to do some sort of morning bait. Work want me to stay behind to do some sort of promotional shoot. So that'll be fun. But then that means I'm getting home a bit later. So I don't want to get home about 4 or 5 PM and then have a 10-mile run to do. Anyway, I love doing this shit. I'm averaging 4:28 for every kilometre that I do. I'm into the 6th one now. I did a hard speed session yesterday, 15 400 metre reps, which are not for the faint-hearted. Anyway, get this run done. 6k in, 10k to go. Sometimes you can forget what an absolute privilege it is just to be out running, fit enough to do it. It's mad. I've had a bit of a calf issue this week where my right calf has just been tight after Sunday's big long run, and it bothered me on Monday. I only did 10k and I thought, oh, this could interrupt my running. Tuesday it was okay. Yesterday it had almost completely subsided. I don't feel it at all today, but I just refuse to let my body whinge at me, and it's paid off. I could have easily just let that disrupt my running this week, where I took a few days off and I'd be running today for the first time thinking, bleeding hell, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's been a wash. But here I am, going up this last hill. I've got about 200 metres left in this run, and that is 16.1 kilometres completed. 10 miles. Kilometre 16, 4:07. There we go. 10 miles ran. Save that on my watch. 1 hour 9.5 minutes. That averaged at 4 minute 19 second every kilometre. The last, I don't know, I'd say from 10k onwards I picked it up a bit, turned it into just like kind of like a easy / steady run. 7 minutes past 5. I've got 50 minutes. I've got less than 50 minutes before I've got to be in work. I'm just gonna get back, get changed into my back gear and get in work. Activity, people. If you watch this video and you train, it's all power to you. If you're seeking inspiration from it, don't know about that, but it's just what I do daily. Get up. If I've got to train early, I train early. It's always there in the bank. I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to train it, you know, at a decent time in the afternoon or midday, but you can't always do that. If it has to be done early, it has to be done early. And you get it in where you can get it in, but you have to get the activity in. It literally could save your life one day. Anyway, 10-mile run done. Bash. Right, we're gonna do a full outbound trip at the 86 back to Chorlton. We leave here in 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. The 85's just left, so I don't think we're going to be picking many people up, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, let's get out of here. 86 to Chorlton. Off we pop. The Manchester skyline looks nice this morning. We'll do a full route video from the driver's point of view. Right. Nice run this morning. 10-mile run. decent. You know what, like, I never put limits on myself and think what I can and can't do, but I'd never thought I'd want to get up and run so early in the morning. 10 miles, like, it's now just like a staple run in my daily routine. I do it every single day. It used to be my long run every single weekend. I had to build up for it, the longest run of the week. Now that bus is waiting there, so there's no point really in going round it. The lights are on red anyway. If the lights were on green, you could jib round it. Nobody at the bus stand is calling for it, so we've moved away from that now. Sometimes they change the timing on these lights in Piccadilly, where you're more or less guaranteed when these go on green, they go on green up there where that bus is, the 250. But like the timings can change on them. Every now and again they do it. So anyway, we'll make it through these green lights here, because they've just gone on red to green like them ones. I've just changed to amber as we've gone through it. Right, so we come round here. Now the 86 is the second bus stop where that 250 is. So nobody's there. I can't see nobody in front of it. I always like to just slow down and just double check, but no, there's no one there. Like I said, the 85 has just gone about 3 minutes before me. So most of the people that get the 80s, they kind of just flip-flop between the 85 and the 86, because they go the majority the same way really. They only differ when they get to sort of the 86 goes down Stretford Road, whereas the 85 goes past Asda, but then they join up, and then when you get down to like just past Loretto College, which is basically the main drop-off point for any of the 80s, you get the 85 goes down Alexandra Road and the 86 does a right. So we can come through it. These lights don't stay filtered on long. Right, come down here. And this is the first stop we get here. We're looking for some hand signals. No, you can sort of tell who wants the bus and who doesn't, but it's, yeah, you need some hand signals, man. Right, round this corner here. Now the 86 is the first bus stop here. Yeah, we're gonna stop here. There we go. Okay, off we pop. Now, one person got picked up from that stand there. These are ropey lights, these. You gotta be careful going through these. There's a red light camera there. Anyway, come up through here now. Remember, Oxford Road, 20 mph speed limit. Up Oxford Road. So on the 86 and the 85, we serve the first bus stop on the left for each one. But there's also a lot of other services that serve that stop, so you have to kind of just, not everyone wants this bus that's there, so you're looking for hand signals. Like you're looking for something, but a lot of people are on the phone, so then they'll jump up at the last minute and then call for the bus, and you're like, oh. One thing that I'm a bit of a chill guy, yeah, sound on the bus, I think, but one thing that just does me head in is when people call for the bus like this and they flap their hands. Do you know what I mean? I don't get that at all. I don't know why. It just gets me the wrong way, and most of the other drivers I spoke to don't like it. I've even seen drivers from different depots, videos of what they've done. They don't like it. It's like a universal thing. Right, he's letting us through here. We're unfiltered anyway. Now we've got a timing point here. Let's see what the timing point's saying. 3 minutes early to this timing point. So we're gonna park up here for a few minutes. Right, leave that timing point there. Leave that timing point on time. Now, here we go. 86 outbound. When you leave the Royal Northern College of Music, you come up here, you have to adopt the middle lane because the left-hand lane is a left turn only. We both serve this bus stop here, the first one opposite the lights. So you're kind of looking for some signal there because the 85 and the 86 and the 250, and I think maybe another service stops there too, but I know from our depot the 85 and the 86 stop there. So not everyone wants the bus that you're doing, is what I'm getting at. Then the 86 does a right here, the 85 does a left at the top, not here. When we go through these lights, I do a right, then I do a left down Bonsall Street, and the 85 does a left and goes all the way around and joins the 101 and the 103, but that carries on and goes past the parkway over the junction towards the Asda, the 85. It looks like this chap here at the bus stop wants this because he's edged himself closer to the stop. Does he? No, he wants the bus behind me. Okay, so we do a right here. See, the 86 does two, it's got a different way in and a different way out. So when we get to this junction here, we do a right. Now on the way in, inbound, as the 86, you come down Stretford Road and you do a right onto this road from the very top. On the way out, as the 86, you come up this road and you don't go the same way that way. You do a left here down Bonsall Street, and then when you come round here, in the mirror there, you've got to be in the mirror there. When you come round here, there's two bus stops we serve. We serve one here on the left, which rarely people are at. And then we come through here, like the Metropolitan University type thing, and there's a bus stop here on the right as we go around, but it's only buses and bikes that are allowed around here. So we come through this little jib here, then you got the university there, and we come round here, but we rarely stop here, to be fair. And then we join the route back up here on the left. We do a left onto Stretford Road. You've got to be cautious here as you approach this junction because you can get cyclists and just people crossing, and it's a bit of a ropey one. You've got a crossing there as well. Now we serve this bus stop here straight away on the left, but so does a lot of other services. Nobody's there, nobody's pressed the bell. These new WDS buses, what they're lacking is a big bus stopping sign up there, what the hybrids have and the electrics and the other buses used to have. Like, that is just a massive key. All we've got is a notification that you want the bus when you press the bus, apart from being the mirror there, apart from the, you know, hearing the bell. There's a little green bell here on the dash, and that is it. That is the only thing we see, a little green dash. Sometimes you don't hear the bell, you just see it. Anyway, we come down this road here, and then we actually meet the 85 and join the 85 route for a brief moment while we go past Loretto College. So there's a bus stop here on the left which nobody's called for and nobody's at it. So now my running goals now, what are they? I'm doing, oh look at that, that's a beautiful view that. I've just done a few 10k races. I did the Wimslow 10k in July, and then I trained for the Knutsford 10k, and then from the Knutsford 10k 3 weeks after that I did the Trafford 10k, and I've progressively got better over the 10k distance. Yeah, I've progressively got better over the 10k distance, 100%. I think I did 36.33 at Wimslow. See, the bell's just gone. 36.02 at Knutsford, and then 35.44 at Trafford. And I think my next goal now going into Christmas will be to run 5k in 16 minutes.
find when you put yourself out online, which you're kind of open to it when you do put yourself out online, is criticism. Nobody wants that. You know, like I did a big 10-week training block from Wilmslow to Knutsford, and I said I got 36:33 in Wilmslow, and I said I'm going to break 36 minutes and I'm going to run a 35-minute 10k in Knutsford. So there was like 10 videos about it basically, and when I got to Knutsford and I did it, I ran 36:02. I was 3 seconds off it, and straight away, for the majority of things, I got a lot of positive comments, like, you know, it's great, but there was still a lot of people that said, oh, you know, hard luck, even though I just ran 31 seconds quicker than it ever ran. And then there was a few people going, I noticed you didn't, this one guy left a massive comment, it's like he was just waiting to leave this comment, like, oh, you run too much, you run too fast, you do this, you do that. Like, bro, just chill out, man. It's not that deep. I train how I train, you train how you train. Just leave it at that. I've got a running coach who knows what he's doing, and I know what I'm doing. And I'm absolutely getting better every time I do these races. Yeah, I'm getting better at these races. Oh, look at this sausage here. That is just sausage behaviour. I'm getting better at these races every time I do them. Not to mention, last year, I wasn't even breaking 20 minutes for 5k. I wasn't even breaking 22 minutes for 5k last year. And I was like 17 and a half, 18 stone. And all of a sudden, like a year later, I'm running 35 minutes for 10k. I've lost loads of weight. Just pure dedication. And still, yet people just go, oh, it's a lot to do with weight. You've got to lose weight to get faster, and you know, you'll get this time if you lose this much weight, and all this sort of stuff. And it's just like, wow, what more do you want? I'm running hard and fast, and still you kind of get criticised. All you need to know is I'm getting better. Right, we've got to wait here for a couple of minutes because we've got 1 minute and 20 before we've got to leave here. Alright, we're leaving there. I don't like staying there any longer than I have to because it blocks up the junction there. That's a bit of a bad timing point to have there, that. Anyway, we'll leave there on time. Now, yeah, you open yourself up to criticism, and to be fair, I don't get much criticism. Like, most of the comments I get, I'd say 99.9 of them, 99.9% are all positive, and I can't even like thank everyone enough for that. I can't thank everyone enough for just watching the channel and engaging with it. Like, that is just a big massive thing in itself. The fact that people watch and engage in the videos, and I never thought I'd be putting out our videos of like buses. You know what I mean? But like the transport community has just took me on board, and I love it. So I'm gonna keep trying to make better videos and keep trying to, you know, beat the next one, sort of thing. This is a bit of a ropey road, this. It's like Upper Cholton Road it's called. You come down this road, there's quite a few bus stops. You cannot go over these speed bumps any quicker than 15 miles per hour. Oh, we've got a late runner there for the bus. Don't worry, I've got you. But as short as this road is, this is a busy road. More for drop-offs. A lot of people boarding town and around town that get off around about here, because we're more or less at the end of the route already. Coming up over there. Oh man, that disabled bell. It's like a flipping police siren. It is crazy. People in the cars, man. I get it's frustrating being behind the bus, I do, but you see them all the time, just waiting to take over. And as soon as one of them take over you, you know, 5 of them will follow suit, and then you can't get out from where you've just been. You're literally just, you're waiting there then. It's like none of them have got the stones to do it till one of them does it, and then all of a sudden everyone's doing it. So anyway, no one's at this last bus stop. That's an army barracks there. We come round here, then we come to the lights here and we do a left. And then the route is basically done, more or less. You just stay on this road once you do a left. and it takes you straight through Charlton back to Charlton bus station. And when I get to Charlton bus station, I've got to run dead back to Piccadilly to do the 85, which will most likely be a busy route. And then once I do the 85, I've got to run dead from Charlton bus station to Central Road and do a 143 in and out of town, and then I take my break at Southern Cemetery, which I'm looking forward to because I'm hungry. But that's only because I've been up and I've been training this morning. We've come round here, no one's pushed the bell. There's a bus stop there that we serve, but obviously it's not for serving right now because no one's there. And then we come down this little bit of a road and it takes us over the bridge that says Charlton Road on it. And then we're basically there. We've got not many stops now before the end. But I can't promote the training enough. Here's the bridge with the Charlton sign on it. I can't promote the training enough. I can't, honestly. Like, it's just indescribable how much that you need to train, or just get active, go on walks, run, 5-minute run, 2-minute run, whatever you can manage. I mean, do the runner thing, put my code in the, you know, the runner app. Activity is everything. Put my code in the runner app. You know, Matt runs 18, get 2 weeks free. See if that can get you going. Cancel it. Don't take it on after the 2 weeks, but just give it a go. Just give it a go. That will train you probably better than anyone will train you. It'll just take you on board for 2 weeks, where it completely just sorts your training out. All you do is throw every bit of information you've got into that app about fitness, health wise, all that sort of stuff, and that'll read it and bring you out a training plan that's designed for you. Here we go. My Katie's been using it. You know what? I'm so proud of her. She's been doing so good at training as well. She's training for a 10k race, which I'm doing with her on the 23rd of November. But not only she can do it now standing on her head, she can do 10k easy. But now she's training for time. Now she wants to get quicker. She wants to beat a 10k time, which I love. And this is the last stop now before Charlton bus station. It's a bit of a popular one because you've got Charlton Village there. Come out of this stop. It's a ropey stop, that, being right near the lights. And we come out of this stop and we're just cruising now. Straight up here, there's the 86, there's the 85. We're just cruising now, straight up here. We've got Charlton bus station up here on the right. Someone asked me, I was doing a live on TikTok the other day, and someone asked me, by the way, I've only got one TikTok, and it's just Matt Runs 18. And I've started to do a few lives on there. I'm going to do a few more. And someone said, have you ever misjudged the turn and had to reverse? And I was like, yeah, here, Charlton bus station. But it happens. I've seen a few people misjudge the turn in here into the bus station, but it can happen anywhere. Before you know it, you know, you're snookered. And there's nobody on the bus. So what we're doing here now is going dead to town. So we're going to turn into Charlton bus station just to show you what I mean. Put out of service up, because we are out of service now. And we turn here. You got to keep in the mirror here. And you queue. Usually there's a bus. Not always there, but if there is, you just go around it. End the trip. Now we'll go back to town. He's letting me go, that's good of him. Right, so that's the last stand served, and now I'm going dead out of service to Manchester. And I've got to leave Manchester at 8:15. So I've got almost an hour to get to town and leave, so it looks like I'll have to park up round the block. So tell you what we'll do. I don't know, we'll do the 86 route again, going into town. I've parked the bus up round the block. I need the toilet. There's some toilets views on Charlton Street, National Express's toilets. I'm not going to Piccadilly because none of them will be working in Piccadilly anyway. And I'm nowhere near Piccadilly Gardens, I'm closer to this place, so I'm going to go in here. And I've got about 40 minutes, 45 minutes before I've got to be back out, which is pretty decent. I'm just walking back around here on Bloom Street. It is mad. Like, some of the architecture on these buildings that you don't really see when you drive. I drive past them all the time, and then when you actually stop and look, they're old, they're hundreds of years old, and you're thinking, like, it makes me just think, wow, a lot of love went into a lot of these buildings that got built around Manchester back in the day. And these new ones, there's just no love getting thrown into them. So, Sackville Street now. There's the bus there. WDS 328. There's another bus coming down here. There's mine parked up. Hey, the side of the bus that I'm using today has got the Running Man wrote on the side of it. Check that out, that's top. It's a bit of a busy old street, this. Look at that, the Running Man. That's mint. Anyway, I'm going to go back on here now and chill out. I was going to leave my bag on here, but there's no chance in town.